Here's the part where you're gonna think I'm crazy. It felt like I was being abducted by aliens. Like, I know that sounds weird. Remember that I also had a Valium, so I probably was a little high. But can you stop? Today, me and Bo are going to talk to you about LASIK eye surgery. Everything you need to know, everything to expect, what the procedure is like, what they don't tell you, because they probably aren't going to tell you much. But that's okay, because me and Bo are here to tell you. Right, Bo? Right. So I knew that I wanted to do LASIK eye surgery because unfortunately I am that person who always sleeps in their contacts. See, Bo agrees. It's really bad for you. Do not recommend doing that. But me, as someone who knows myself and knows that I will probably continue to sleep in my contacts, knew that it was time for me to make a change and to do something different. So I decided to do LASIK eye surgery. I will put right here where I got it done. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I haven't tried ever pronouncing the name. That just shows you how little research I did. Basically, a friend of mine got his done at the same spot. I trust him, so I was like, you know what? Okay, let's just do it at this spot. Surprisingly, I didn't really ask him about the procedure. I didn't really ask him to describe it. I didn't ask him about the aftercare. I didn't ask him about if it was painful. And why I didn't do that, I don't know, but I just didn't do it. So this is everything that you should know about the procedure. Please do research. Don't be like me who just like went out on a whim and decided to do it. The price of this procedure, the place that I went to, the price was $4,350. That is including when they check your eyes, they have to dilute it, so that was $152. So they subtract that from the overall cost of the full procedure. So I didn't have to pay the full $4,350 the day of the procedure. I already had like $152 like taken off of that. So yeah, that's how much mine costs. I know it's different other places. It might be a little cheaper, it might be a little more. Like I said, I knew someone who went to this spot. They specialize in this, so I just felt comfortable going with that, even if it was a little bit more expensive or what. So basically, the first step is they want to make sure that you qualify to even do the procedure. Like I said, I'm someone who sleeps in their contacts, unfortunately. So I was a little nervous about it. They take you in to your first appointment. They're going to dilute your eyes and do a really deep examination of your eyes. So the first time I did it, the lady, doctor, whatever her name was, she was like, you know, it's not a no, but it's also not a yes. I can tell that you sleep in your contacts and your eyes have gotten some wear and tear over the years from doing that. So she told me, come back in 2 weeks. Don't wear any contacts, just wear your glasses. Make sure you're putting artificial tears in within those 2 weeks, and then we will give you another like final answer whether you can do it or not. I got this procedure done in Texas. Most of y'all know I live in New York, so it was definitely way longer than 2 weeks. It was more like a couple months. So I went a couple months like only wearing contacts when I absolutely like needed to, if I had like events where I didn't want to have glasses, because from the thumbnail, y'all see my glasses were, I can't believe I walked around wearing these. Other than that, I was wearing my glasses every day. So I go back to my second check-in, the doctor looks at my eyes and they're like, okay, yep, you're good, you qualify. So he told me continue taking artificial eye drops because the surgery can make your eyes really dry. And so I kept doing that. So literally after I got the okay, a week from then, It's really windy outside, but it sounds like someone's outside, but no one's outside. It's just really windy. Away from that, I went to get my procedure done. This is when the nerves start kicking in. You get really nervous. That's when I started hearing more about people saying you go blind for 5 seconds, all this stuff, which is true. It's true. Anyway, nerves start kicking in, which is why I say to please do your research. So I go in for the procedure. It's the D-Day. I go in, I sit down, and there are like about 10 pages of like warning signs and a waiver that you need to sign. And that's when the nerves start kicking in, where you're like signing your life away. They're basically saying you understand that this could not work. You could go blind, that your vision could potentially become worse, that you can have sun sensitivity, that things could be blurry if you don't take care of it properly. Basically saying, hey, if we fuck up, we let you know that we might fuck up, and you're signing your life away to this. Yeah, that's when things got really scary, and I was like, do I actually want to do this? But I was like, okay, you know what, like it's fine. This place specializes in it. It'll be okay. So I signed my life away. I go up to the clerk lady, and she was like, do you want a volume? And I was like, sure, I'm not gonna pass it out. Take it. She's like, it's really good because you have to be really still. It helps to calm down your nerves. So I took the Valium, and then I'm sitting down. The doctor comes out and it's like, oh, we want to check your eyes one more time to make sure your eyes can like hold through this procedure. And that's honestly when I got nervous again, because I'm like, why are you checking my eyes for the 3rd time? Is this common? Is something wrong? Did they mess up the 1st time? Why you gotta look at it again? You diluted it the 1st time. You didn't dilute it the next 2 times. Is that gonna affect me as well? I was like going through my head all these reasons why like this procedure is gonna like go wrong for some reason. But they checked it. They said you were good. I was good, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just do it. We signed it life away. They already charged my credit card. So it's my time to go into the room. I go into the room, and then that's when they honestly like started to explain like what's about to happen. That was like my first time really like knowing what I'm getting myself into. Like obviously I knew like a laser was gonna be involved. I couldn't blink for 5 seconds. Like I knew that, but I had no idea like what it even looked like. So basically there's like a long like just like bed, you know, like the dentist beds that you lay down on. It's basically that. There are these 2 like giant machines that I've never like seen before. And basically the bed like rotates from each one. So I sit down in front of like where they like check your eyes. The doctor looks at my eyes one last time, and then he's like, okay, lay down. So I lay down on the bed stretcher thing. Another doctor was like, do you want a stress ball? And I was like, okay. So I grabbed the stress ball, and he's like, okay, so the first machinery thing is the actual laser. It's going to make a very thin cut on your eye so that you can like flap it open. It's gonna take 5 seconds. Once that's done, they're gonna yeet you to the other machinery, and they're gonna do something else, and that's going to help to like clean or take out the imperfections that are in your eyes, causing you the blurry vision or the issues with seeing. And he's like, once that's done, we're gonna put everything back in place, and then you're gonna be done. So I was like, okay, sounds simple enough. He stressed that you can't move. They're gonna put clamps in your eyes to make sure that you don't blink, but I mean, you still have to like focus on not blinking. Like you can't just like, okay, you know. So yeah, so I lay down, we go to the first machinery thing. They put you like super close to it, super close to it. He had the clamp thing open so that my eyes could stay open. He had this like glass, like magnifying thing that he put like like on my eye. Like I can feel it being placed on my eye. And then, like I said, they bring you up closer to the laser thing. And the laser thing itself, like it looked like a kaleidoscope. Here's the part where you're gonna think I'm crazy. It felt like I was being abducted by aliens. Like, I know that sounds weird. Remember that I also had a Valium. So I probably was a little high, but I legit thought I was being abducted by aliens. That sounds crazy, I understand, I realize, but keep listening. So you get closer, right? You're looking at this like kaleidoscope thing. You see purple, you see blue, you see red, and then they count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then he's like, the laser, it's coming, it's happening, you're doing great, you're a pro. All while this is happening, things just go black. Also, I forgot to say, they tape down the other eye that's not in use, and then they have this eye just like out like that. Tape down the other eye, so you can't see anything out of the other eye either, because it's taped down. And this eye, it just goes black, and you see like weird vein looking things. At least that's what I saw. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just lost my vision, I don't see anything. And so once that's done, he immediately closes down that eye, does the same thing on the other eye on the other side, and again, kaleidoscope, abducted by aliens, things go black. Then once they're done, they take the tape off, and then they're yeeting you to the other side, and things are extremely blurry. That's when it really starts to feel like, okay, what's going on? Like all you see is like the shadow of like the doctor like looking over you. He has his scaffoldings, he's like doing stuff with their eyes. You don't feel it, but you just know he's like doing something. And then he has like his other helpers there, like putting like drops in your eyes, I'm sure, to like keep it from going dry. Then they put like some milky stuff in your eyes, so everything's already blurry, but then you get like a coat of like milky white stuff on your eyes, so it's even worse. Then they take you to the next machine. They do the same thing again. They close one eye, they put you up really closely to the other one, and then when that one turns on, everything is black. All you see is red, green, red, green, red, green, and then you're done. It really is that simple. During the process, it feels like the most dramatic thing ever. It feels like something's happening, you're losing your vision, you're blurry, you're never gonna be able to see the same way again, but then you're done. When you're done, things are still blurry. And he made it very clear that, okay, your vision will not be the same for the next day. Things are gonna be blurry, you're gonna feel a little discomfort, just try and get some rest. So whenever they're done, they pick me up, they look at my eyes again in the examination thing, and they're like, okay, peace out, you're good, see you tomorrow for your checkup. So during the day, they tell you, this is where they lie to you. They're like, oh, you're just gonna feel a little discomfort, it's just gonna be a little uncomfortable. Lies. That hurt, okay? I was not able to open my eyes. My eyes felt very heavy, very heavy. It felt like I had a bunch of tears in my eyes, which I did. They literally just lasered a whole flap of your eye off. Like, it's gonna be painful. They don't really give you pain medicine. I couldn't open my eyes, and I feel like they down talked it so much that I thought that something was wrong. But just know, like, the aftercare is gonna hurt. It will hurt. The best thing you can do is just go home and just sleep it off. That's what I did. I went home, I took a nap, and then when I woke up, I literally had 20/20 vision. Like, it didn't hurt anymore. There was no more discomfort. Everything was fine. So they give you drops. After the procedure, they tell you if you're not sleeping and you're awake, take the drops every hour. Like I said, I slept for the whole day because it was painful. So I could skip that part. But then the next day, you have to take them 4 times a day. You also have to do a checkup the next day. So I went in, they checked my eyes, made sure everything looked good, made sure the flap was laying nice and flat and straight. Everything looked good. Simple procedure. Do the drops 4 times a day. They'll give you artificial tears as well. This is one thing. So you do a next day checkup, you do a 1-week checkup, and then you're supposed to do a 2-month checkup. I literally just had my 1-week checkup today. The doctor told me that my eyes were still extremely dry. The first doctor told me, oh, like take the eye drops, the artificial tears that they also give you whenever your eyes feel dry. This doctor said apparently from the surgery, there's a nerve that kind of forces you to not really feel like you usually felt. So you're not gonna feel when your eyes are dry. So she just says to just take the drops at least 5 times a day until you run out of the artificial tears. Within the week that you've had the surgery, you can't wear any eye makeup, which is fine because I rarely ever wear makeup now. But she cleared me today. I have no restrictions anymore. So your girl can get lashes done again, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, that's basically it. It is a very quick procedure. I would say it probably took about like 15 minutes in all of them explaining, sitting down, the whole process, everything. The actual procedure is 5 seconds each eye. So a total like 20 seconds is like the whole procedure. It's pretty crazy. But it was fairly simple. I would 100% recommend it to anyone. I can go glasses free, I can go contact free. I don't have to worry about sleeping in my contacts anymore and ruining my eyes further down the line. This procedure is supposed to last for like the next 10 years, but my friend who got it done at that spot, he's going on his 10th year and he said he's still fine. Like, it's the best investment he ever made. It seems terrifying. It is terrifying. It's really hard to explain. Hence, that sounds crazy. I understand. I realize, but keep listening. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I'm gonna put a link of the website where I got it. If you're in Dallas, then you should definitely check out the spot. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Like, I don't have to wear these anymore. So should I break them? Should I break them?